built this twice, and I've had people ask me how I did this. It's pretty simplistic, actually. You're going to need some stone. You're going to need some glass. You're going to need some half slabs. For redstone components, you're going to need 2 dispensers, 2 pistons, some buttons. You're going to need 1 chest and 1 hopper. Sorry about that, somebody just jumped in. I got kids that play with me all the time, so I'm sorry about that. So design here, it's really simplistic, and what you're going to do is you're going to go over, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Chest here. You're going to put a hopper behind there, and that's the entire base. From here, you're going to go 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, and 3 up. You're going to go 1 and 1 on this side. You're going to put a dispenser facing in and a dispenser facing in. You're going to need a half slab here, and that's pretty much your entire base to this. It's a really simplistic design. You're just going to kind of flesh it out and make it square this way. Right above your pistons here, or your dispensers, you're going to go ahead and put some blocks like that. And the other reason you're doing that is you're going to put some pistons facing this way. And you'll see what those are for after we finish up the build here. And again, facing in. That is the entirety of the redstone component except for one more dispenser that's going to be 1, 2 blocks up. So you can actually go 1, 2 blocks up and put a dispenser facing in that way. And that is all the redstone components you're going to need. You can go ahead and finish building this up. You can actually put glass right here, like I did, just so you can see what's going on inside. It's entirely up to you. You can build it solid, you can put the glass on the front of it. I prefer the glass in front of it so I can see what's going on the inside. Now, for right here, you're going to put a block here, and you're going to put a half slab there. And you're going to want those... Oh. That's actually too low, sorry. You're actually going to put that just like that. Because you're going to want the half slab in front of where the pistons are. And the reason for is when the baby pigs fall down and they get put right here, you're going to want the pistons to be able to push them in and make them fall down here. And then you can go ahead and finish from here. Just go ahead and build this up on both sides. Like I said, I put glass in the front of it just so I can see what's going on. And then I'm going to go ahead and finish up on the top here. And I put one extra layer so the pigs don't jump out. And that's going to activate this. Now, the last things you're going to need is 2 water buckets, 1 lava bucket. You're going to take and put 1 water bucket in on one side. You're going to put a lava bucket in on the other side here. And then in this back dispenser, you're going to put a water bucket. And what that's going to do for you is it's going to allow the pigs to jump up and down so you can breed them. And I usually keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 pigs back here. 7 and 8 is actually preferable. It'll actually make it a whole lot easier. And with the pigs back here, you can make them bob up and down. Oh, I actually messed up. I see what I did there. Nothing ever goes the way you want it the first time. So, I actually messed up here, so we're going to go ahead and get these pigs out of here. Sorry, piggy. I figure a diamond sword will do much more damage to a pig. It would only take 1 hit. Okay, so what I forgot to do here was the most important part. And that's actually put the half slab here and the half slab there. And what that does is it keeps the adult pigs from falling down. So this way, when you put the pigs up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now mind you, you can bring 2 up here and breed them up here and get 8 up here. But I always like to keep an even number up there. This way, you can continuously breed them. So what you're going to do is you're obviously going to need some carrots to breed them. And when you hit that, it's going to make them jump up and down. And you just go ahead and breed all the pigs that you have in here. You'll gain a little experience, but I mean, that's really not the point here. So the pigs are going to, bounce up and down. You're going to breed them. You can go ahead and turn that off. And what it does is it drops the baby pigs over here. And this is where the pistons come in play, because it's going to push the baby pigs off into the side. And if all your baby pigs don't fall, or if all the pigs don't breed, you can always try to go back and do it again. But it's going to push the baby pigs over here, and what you're going to do from here is, again, I forgot the buttons. You're going to put a button here and a button here. And what that's going to do is one of them is going to dispense water, and one of them is going to dispense lava. And I don't know why I'm getting that weird effect like that. But until the baby pigs grow up, they won't die. So if I... Why won't I get an adult pig? So if I get some adult pigs in here, what's going to happen is when I turn on the water, it'll drown the adult pigs. Which will give me the raw pork. And if I want cooked pork, I hit the other one, and it gives me the cooked pork. So that's pretty much the whole build. I actually have one of these in my survival world. It actually works really well. Like I said, lava and water. It's a very simple build. And this is the entirety of what you're going to need for that build. The 3 buttons, I'd actually bring that to 4 buttons because originally I only had it set up with 1 piston. So you're going to need 4 buttons, 3 dispensers. You're going to need 2 water buckets, 1 lava bucket. You're going to need 2 pistons, 1 hopper. You're going to need 3 half slabs, which is going to be actually 4 or 5, because you're going to need 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 4. Because you're going to need a half slab here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 on the top. And then 22 blocks. Just go ahead and get a stack of blocks, whatever block choice you want. I just used cobblestone on this to give it a quick build. And then you can fill this in however you want. I mean, you can come down and make it look as really as nice as you want. You can square it off. You don't have to leave it open on the sides. And to get the pigs in here originally, what I did was I took a set of steps from this block here where the button was, and I brought them down, and I actually led them up with a leash or a lead and dropped them in here, and then broke the stairs down, and I just put a set of ladders, and then I just kind of fill it in however you want to decorate it. That's up to you. But your basic design will always look like this. And again, you can leave the lava running because the baby pigs aren't going to die or, cook or drown until they're adults. So whichever you're really wanting to do is up to you. But what I've also done in my survival world is I put a chest here. And I have an automatic farm for carrots, potatoes, and wheat. So I always leave a couple of stacks of carrots up here, just so when I want to breed these again, I can pull the stack of carrots out, breed them, put the carrots back in, shut it off, come around to the front, push the baby pigs in, and again, depends on whether you want cooked or raw. And it's always good to put a sign or an item frame telling you which is which. And never use the water and the lava at the same time, because you'll end up with a block of obsidian in there, or it'll just turn into cobblestone or stone, and it's just horrible because it'll get clogged up and you'll have to break it all and come back and do it. But this is your basic design and how this is built. And if you guys want any more tutorials on how I've done certain things, this is actually my creative world. I really haven't done too much. This is my ridiculously overdone iron farm with an auto sorting system that produces probably about a stack to 2 stacks of iron every hour, which isn't too terribly bad. I have a basic cobblestone generator, and I know everybody's like, why would you need a cobblestone generator? It's actually really good to have one of these in your world if you don't want to sit there and have to mine all the time. And I'm not sure why that's not going. And should be... Huh. Oh, I have a switch on the other side. That's what it is. But every 5 seconds that goes back and forth produces cobblestone for me, so I don't have to go mining it in a hole all the time. And that's actually a nice thing. Really simplistic design. You know, 2 redstone repeaters in the back, some 3 pistons, redstone, basic redstone timer if you know anything about those. And then, yeah, of course, the way it's set up in the front. Overly elaborate sugarcane farm that runs on a timer. It's actually really good, again, to have in your survival world. Does quite a few stacks of sugar, and all it does is as the timer goes, it'll eventually push the pistons out, which will knock the sugar into the water, which will drop into the hoppers and collect in there. Basic auto farm, everybody should have in their world. You flip the switch up, water goes on, collects all the wheat and the seeds, and pushes them down into a hopper, pushes them into the chest. Really simplistic, really great. Always keep one in there. Failed design. My TNT cannon. This actually is for to turn on and off the actual cannon itself. But and I haven't been able to figure out how to make it more consistent with the actual, you know, range, because sometimes it shoots really far, sometimes it shoots short. I want to go short, want to go long, and I did have a couple of strays here, which is why I went over that way. But for the most part, I mean, if you had this on a faction or a player versus player, that would do some real damage. And of course, it's really loud. Basic trap house, you walk in there, lava comes down, really stupid things. This I actually got from FedEx Gaming. Just a quick shout out to him. All your little components in here, and this is actually a modification of the combination lock, and he actually had figured out a way to where you can't spam the lock. You actually have to put in the proper combination to make the door open up, or lights turn on, or whatever you're trying to send the redstone signal to. And if you want to figure out how this is done, I suggest going to FedEx Gaming and giving a look over at his stuff. Just some odd creative builds that I did here. I actually want to finish building the rest of these. If anybody knows anything about DC Comics, green and red lanterns, and then we'll have the rest of them: the white, the black, the yellow, the orange. This was a little tree farm that I made. It actually has tracks underneath. Doesn't want to let me in. And it'll actually have a minecart with a hopper that stops every so often for whatever reason. You can get it going again. See if we can get that going again. It just does not want to go. I have to get that figured out again. But the principle behind this is you cut down the tree, it'll cut it out, and the random excess blocks will go over here as well as the saplings. And then there is an auto charcoal farm built with this to where it makes me charcoal all the time, to where I don't have to sit there and, you know, hunt for coal all the time. And this is a really simple design again. FedEx Gaming and I think Mumbo Jumbo actually did one of these, and I'm really fond of both of them. And this is the basic design of the actual auto farm here on how that works. Again, I know I got it from FedEx. Mumbo, I'm not sure if you didn't do it. I'm sorry, Mumbo. You know, I love watching your videos. I've seen almost everything from you. And if I got that wrong, I apologize. This was a really basic cocoa bean farm. You can see exactly what's going on there. There's a delay from this setup to that setup. And, you know, you put the cocoa beans on the side and they'll fall down into the hoppers and collect in the chest. If you guys want to see how any of this is made, just go ahead and, you know, give me a shout out, send me a request on how you want to see that built, and I'll go ahead and do that for you. Again, this is my test world. This is just kind of where I play around, figure out how things work. This was a random hotel I started building, like one of my super builds. Totally unfinished. If you guys ever want to hop in here and, you know, help me finish it, it would be much appreciated, because this thing has taken me quite some time to even get it to the point where it's at now, and I'm not even close to having it finished. Like, there's still so much to be done in here. I mean, I have kitchen areas, I have shops that need to be done, rooms that need to be completed, you know, my bar over here, you know, just kind of really got completed with a little VIP area. I have so much stuff. I even have like a library. I have a whole bottom section that I still need to do. I have like a game room that I had attached to the front of it, you know, your joystick, your buttons, little fishing game here that I came up with just for this. And what you want to do is it'll sit there and it'll tell you, you know, what you need to win. And the whole point is to try to throw the fishing pole over there in so much of an amount of time to get the lights to turn on. And I know it seems a lot easier than it is, but it's not. So if you guys ever want to help me finish building this, I would be much appreciated on that. But if you guys ever wanted to learn any of these little redstone builds like these, FedEx, Mumbo, myself, I'd be really good with Redstone. I've actually learned a lot from Mumbo FedEx and Skippy6. They've taught me a lot of the Redstone basics, and I've actually learned to go quite a bit from either one of those. So if you guys ever want to know how to build any of this stuff, or you want to help me out with one of my mega builds, just send me a message. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. Other than that, man, you guys, I love doing these, little videos like this. And I hope to see all of you again. If you have any suggestions on how to improve these, other than the factor that this is my very first video, it's going to be cringeworthy when I come back in 2 years and look at this. Just let me know. So I hope you guys are into this. So just go ahead and let me know.